Welcome to Movie Time Machine, your retro movie review and pop culture podcast. This week's movie, Tim Burton, Sleepy Hollow. But before we get into our movie of the week, I want to introduce you to my co-host. First, he's a living encyclopedia of movie knowledge and NES cart collector. It's James.
I mean, before we get into Sleepy Hollow, I was really liking the cinematography. And guess what? This is the dude that did cinematography for like Birdman and like Gravity and stuff. And so I was like, man, it makes sense. This guy was so good.
Oh, yeah. Get it. And what do we got to call him now? Let's see. Mr. Fish Rep Factory himself, writer of the Midwest Mountain Sports Report, Jamie.
On a brief hiatus, but hey, we might have a quarterback in Denver, so I'm going to have to start back up again.
Oh,
It's great.
We're happy for you.
Thank you. I want the same for the Vikings. I really do. So let's just hope JJ McCarthy can get healthy, get some time with his new child, and get back out there.
Yeah, he's only had a couple games, really. So we'll see. All right. Yeah, just up and hey, and I'm the host, Chad. So hey, goes to the most, babe.
And who are you?
All right, before we get into our movie of the week discussion, do we need to talk about Fantastic Four?
Oh my gosh, I would love to. And so, Jamie, wait, I need to know. Did you watch it yet?
I haven't watched it yet. No.
All right, maybe we need to pause on that.
I mean, my only thing, I'm just trying to think. I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything with my comment that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
No, you guys go for it. I've
Can I try it? Can I try it?
Yeah,
I've read it.
Okay. Well, So it was more of I had this like theory or epiphany thing, and I was talking to somebody at work about it, and they're like, "Wow, I really like that idea." And then I was talking to somebody else at work who is a comic nerd, and then they were like confirmed my theory was true, which made me be like, "Oh wow, that's weird that I could call that out." And I don't know if this is where they're going with it. Anyways, that's me saying so. Chad, you watched the movie.
Yeah.
If for those of you who haven't watched Fantastic Four, like they right out the gate, they tell you, "Hey, this is Earth 626," or whatever it's going to be. We understand from Marvel movies like this is probably a different Earth because it like has from the trailers it has like this futuristic feel, but also like retro 50s feel, kind of like Jetsons kind of artistic tone. And I was thinking, like after watching this movie, I was like, man, like everybody is like, oh, the Fantastic Four is the best. Like everybody around the world is on board with this idea. And so my theory was, I was like, I don't think religion exists in Earth 626 or wherever it took place. I'm thinking like, remember, like this is like, or like they just embraced science and not necessarily organized religion, and they are like full on. This Earth is like full on Illuminati. Was my thought process, and I was talking to somebody about this, and they were like, "Wow, I really like that idea." And like I said, I talked to another guy, and he's like, well, yeah, that's because Reed Richards is in the Illuminati. And I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, like when you watched Doctor Strange, the second Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
He,
it was just played by Jim.
Yeah, Jim Halpert. So John Krasinski's playing Reed Richards, but he said that like whole lineup of like Xavier and Reed and everybody like that was an Illuminati. Like, and I was like, and I'm like, I don't think I got that, but like I guess in the comics it is a thing. And I was just like, okay, I was excited that like in my head I thought I was coming up with something awesome, and of course, like always, the internet and the world already said it exists.
Original idea, then discover already been said.
100%. I was gonna say. I mean, I'm still waiting on Silent Velcro Garden State, but still.
Yeah, I like the vibe of the movie was very like golden age comic books. Like if you were to open up like a comic book, Fantastic Four 1 through 10,
right?
Like I just felt like I was opening up the pages to those older. I think it's like the golden age. I think they call it of comic books.
Yeah,
It
I
was,
mean,
it
I
was
would
great. It
say
was
so.
fun. Yeah, it was. I watched with my family and everybody enjoyed it, and it didn't. It had a different vibe from the rest of the. Most of the rest of the.
It definitely did, and I was actually I was curious if you were gonna like it, Chad, in the sense that it still had that Marvel very shiny and new kind of idea to it, but it played better because of the retroness of it. Like that's just it felt like that was just their world, opposed to like the other Marvel movies where you're like, Captain, you were just fighting Thanos for an hour and your hair hasn't moved, kind of
Right.
idea.
Right. Yeah, the aesthetic really fit. Like everything fit together really well. I thought it was like a great design choice.
Yeah, and also Jamie, you asked about the actors and all that, and I think even Thing itself, like I was curious about the casting of everybody like together. I liked it, but I want to see how they all went together, and I thought they all complemented each other very, very well. And the guy from I don't remember his name, but the guy from the Bear that plays cousin or whatever, he like I thought he would take me out of it as Thing, and he didn't. I thought it went very well.
I'm really excited to watch it, and I'm glad that you guys liked it. I think what you guys said about the world makes so much sense because they have been trying to make Fantastic Four for years and to do it well, and it doesn't work, and I don't know why. And I think something about the retro flavor is really helping out
Is this like the
the
third
movie.
one?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, third universe of it, I guess, if you will, like because they made like that Jessica Alba as Invisible Woman one. They made two
Yep.
Fantastic Fours for that. Where in the sequel, they bring the Silver Surfer. Yeah, that's what it was called, Rise of the Silver Surfer,
Oh
and
yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne voiced the Silver Surfer. I don't remember all the details of those ones as well. And then they made one maybe 10 years ago with Miles Teller as Mr. Fantastic, and like Kate Mara was the Invisible Woman. Michael B.
Yeah.
Jordan was Human Torch, and was it Jamie Bell was the Thing, and and I like all of those actors, and so and even that one, it I don't mind that one as much. This version is a lot better. Like this one is this one feels more MCU for sure. I didn't mind the other one, but it was just I remember it did really bad because like the director didn't have carte blanche on editing and all that, and based on how the studio put the movie together, he was really frustrated. And like the day it was supposed to come, like on that Friday, he took to Twitter and just ripped it apart. And like then all of a sudden, womp womp, the movie did really, really bad. So but like watching it, like as far as how it feels and like how they went about it, I like the storyline and the plot process just fine. But this one's fun. I like that it's you get some backstory, but they're established essentially. So it definitely is MCU fitting. And then I didn't stay, I guess, till the very end credits on Thunderbolts, and so when I watched Thunderbolts at home, that's when like I watched the end, and I'm like, oh, fun! Like they actually show like, hey, what's that coming from space? And it's like a ship with a number 4 on it, and I didn't catch that they were gonna that was already meshing as like the next movie necessarily on there. So I'm like, they are still doing these credit scenes and trying to make everything work a little bit.
Yeah, because I think I'll save it, but yeah, the one from the Fantastic pretty
Yeah,
pretty
pretty direct.
yeah. Cool. Jamie, I did want to say though, is it a ponytail? Because to me, it just looked like like girl mullet or like
I I saw a different trailer, and you're right. It did look more like wet hair girl mullet, and
yeah.
I think it was a different shot. I remembered from the initial trailer, and I was like, "Ooh, don't like that." But my my thing with the Silver Surfer is, I think he is a much better action figure than he is actual like Marvel character. Because I
Oh,
remember loving him as a kid. And I'm like, oh, that is the coolest one right there, the Silver Surfer. And then you pick up some of his books and you read them, and you're like, this, I don't know. These are not the strongest stories, and
Yeah.
he's kind of a big dork. I don't know, but that action figure is so cool.
I don't
don't know.
remember. I don't remember like his storyline specifically, besides the one that is actually introduced with Galactus and stuff. Like that's the only thing I feel like I remember of Silver Surfer. But what I definitely remember is when we collected the X-Men, and I don't remember if they were tops or what, but the cards, and like they all had different strengths and agility, and like they were all graded on them of like what they were. Silver Surfer was always like he was like a 1 out of 10. He was always like a 9 or a 10 on every scale, like of intelligence, of power, of this, like, and you just always wanted that card.
I buy that. Well, and he's super powerful in the comic books, and I think that's why it's so hard, because it's so out there. He's from a different dimension. His world doesn't make sense. He's kind of an alien, but also relates to humans, and it's really hard to wrap your mind around that character. So I think
Spaceship is a surfboard.
yeah, right. But damn it, the action figure looks cool.
You're right.
And I know you guys are like, you're kind of frustrated with like the hairstyle, but like if you just think that, hey, if it was Phoebe Cates, like I wouldn't be mad. And so I'm just saying, like it's the wet slick back hair. I'm all in. Let's go.
Thanos, or not Thanos, Galactus. Doesn't anybody freaking knock anymore?
Oh man,
dude, it's a big ship. I don't know.
Well, since we're talking throwbacks, I gotta say, coming soon. I don't know if you guys are excited as I am, but Tron is coming out, and I feel like this might be an opening weekend movie for me. I want to go see it because
I do too.
I feel like because right now it's like that. Like even right now, when I turned on my phone and typed in our movie for tonight in IMDb, all it's doing is flashing new images that I don't want to see. Because I just want to be surprised. So I'm like, man, this is one where I'm like, I just need to go because it's so visual, obviously, that like I don't think anybody in the storyline situation is gonna like ruin anything for me. I feel like with our doom scrolling, I've gotten pretty good at going, oh, Tron, nope, and like keep going. But like the visuals are like, or I just don't want to see something that is going to be so cool on the screen that like, hey, my mind hasn't thought about, and then go, damn it, I watched it on my phone. Are you kidding me?
Is that this weekend?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Oh wow.
I'm with you, James. I've had the soundtrack on repeat. Just if it were a CD, I'd be wearing it out by now.
Yeah, it's all Trent Reznor, right?
Yeah.
It's like Trent and Atticus or whatever. But yeah, so the score. I mean, he's got a couple original songs, like actual lyrical songs on the soundtrack. But yeah, it's all scored by him. Which he really just won. Maybe not just, but a couple years ago, he won the Oscar for best score for Soul. He did Disney's Soul.
Oh, that's right.
Trent Reznor.
Yeah. So like he's the last few movies he's done where I think he's been Oscar nominated for the scoring. The first one I believe actually was Social Network. I can't remember if he won. He might have won for that. And then he did the score for Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the David Fincher one, and then also I believe Gone Girl. Basically, like Fincher like took him on for his next 3-4 projects. But then he's done a few, like that's what I thought was odd. Like Disney Soul, he won, I believe, and then I think he did a different Disney, maybe the Elementals or whatever that other Disney cartoon one was. So he's done a couple on their platform, which I know it's just funny. You think Trent Reznor and Disney, it just doesn't feel like it should play. But then again, Tron is also a Disney movie.
Yeah, truth. Tron is like the original Tron is like that's like one of those reimagined. Yeah, I don't know, like one of those films where as a kid too, like never had access to it, so it's like I remember it being like on TV, and then I had like a read along book, like where you would pop in the tape and.
Oh yeah. And Teddy Ruxpin was like, and then I'm just kidding.
I remember to turn the page when you hear this sound.
Yes. And then no, Flynn, no, don't do it.
Yes. Yes. No. Cool. I haven't seen think I saw the movie before this because so there's like the original Tron, and there was like one that came out a few years back with Jeff Bridges again,
Yeah, Tron
right?
Tron
He did
Legacy.
Legacy, and this is the next one.
Correct.
Okay,
So, like, I mean, with the assumption that it's all in the Tron universe, like, I don't know how connected all of these are necessarily. I mean, we're about to find out, I guess. The other two are very directly connected.
yeah.
And then also, fun fact, that soundtrack for Tron Legacy was all done by Daft Punk. I think that's the first and only movie they've ever scored. And I gotta be honest, that score kicks some serious ass.
Yeah, it definitely. I agree, James, 100%.
Damn, I gotta download that one. Jamie, what have you been watching or itching to see?
You guys, have you seen 28 Years Later yet?
100%.
Dude, no, I watched like the opening scene, but that's
it's brutal. The opening scene is brutal.
Yeah,
it's dude. Hang in there if you can. I have not stopped thinking about that movie all week. I think it's one of the best movies of the year. It's so good.
So I went to a movie last week and there was a trailer and I'm like, why are they showing this? Oh my God, there's already a sequel coming out this spring.
Already?
It's about Jimmy or whatever.
Dude, I knew they were making movies. I had no idea they had anything ready. Oh man!
So they must have all shot everything at the at the same or similar timing. But like, yeah, the trailer was for Jimmy's Gang. If like, I know you understand, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, and I was just like floored, and I'm like, Jesus, and like they went all in on this.
Wow!
So sequel to
28 years.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, dude. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, Chad, were you not into it or ran out of time or what?
No, I was just curious and I just wanted to watch like the beginning and just to kind of see what it looked like. And yeah, I got to that first scene. And I didn't stop because of wasn't due to me or lack of interest. Timing hasn't been.
Sure, I get it. I'm really curious to hear what you think when you go back. And yeah, I don't want to say too much, so I don't want to spoil it because it was unexpected. It was not what I thought it was going to be. Is what I will say
watch that
about that.
And Jamie, I would agree actually, because then I took down because before I saw 28 Years Later, I watched Weeks Later because that's the only one I didn't see that one. 28 Days I did for sure. And I never saw Weeks Later with Renner. And actually, that was like an all-star cast. That was like an all-star cast, by the way. I had no clue until I started watching it, like how many people were in that. And yeah, this one definitely has a different feel to it for sure.
Yeah, and I love all three of them differently. I think the original is still my favorite, but yeah, I don't know how do they rank for you, James?
1, 3, 2 as of right now, but like but because one is just so OG, but man, this last one though, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So that it's funny, like that who's the writer? Alex Garland or whatever. I just feel like more recently, like he just keeps popping up in things and everything he's been a part of or like his like that he has helped write for the screenplays or whatever is just like I'm on board with it. Like I'm in on it. Like because he did Sunshine. If you've watched that sci-fi movie, I just rewatched that, and that one is awesome. By the way, that's on our.
I haven't seen it. That's been on my list for.
Yeah, it's on Casey's thing, so throw it in your queue. But he did Ex Machina, Annihilation, Civil War, and then I have Warfare queued up also from Casey's thing that I think we're going to try to watch this weekend.
Yeah, I really like his stuff too, James. And Sunshine has been on my list forever too, Chad.
Yeah. I mean, I'll watch it again if we need a sci-fi movie to go through because I mean it's been out for a minute, but it's probably one of the better sci-fi movies I've seen in a long time.
All right, take a pin in that.
Yeah, but speaking of American Gothic horror movies,
are you ready for it?
I'm ready. Wait, hold on, Chad. Have you got any new content you want to share?
I was talking about Fantastic Four. That was kind of
all right. I guess
So
I was telling Jamie, I'm like, I don't remember if I mentioned this on the last episode or not. The only thing really I've been watching lately is AP Bio. Oh yeah, which I know, Jamie, I did talk about this because I remember Chad saying he can't watch AP Bio because anything with the It's Always Sunny characters,
Oh,
he
yeah.
can't get out of it. Yep, I just remember.
yeah.
His
Jamie,
personal Seinfeld effect. That's right.
Jamie, like before you got on, Jamie goes, I thought you, or no, I don't think you talked about that. He's like, I'm like, why would you know, Jamie? You showed up like 3 hours late. And he's like, well, I might have listened to the episode, James.
Sneaky.
I know, he's very sneaky. I'm like, oh yeah, we're recording.
Like, matter of fact, I have some notes. I have some feedback.
What I will say though, Chad, about AP Bio, one, I am enjoying it. It is pretty funny, but then like once you get a few episodes in where the where the Dennis Reynolds character isn't the only person that you are like watching for in the show, like all the other characters have their own little bits and time.
Yeah.
Then it's all good. Like he's a part of it, sure, but then it doesn't take you out of it as much. But I agree with you. A lot of those do take me out of it in the beginning. It's hard to get past. Because It's Always Sunny, like whatever, because they always just there's some sort of wording or tone that they have when they get excited or happy, and it's always Sunny.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
I'm just watching what am I thinking? Pacific Rim, and I'm just waiting for Charlie Day to go, what did I put on Green Man? Okay, watch out for that kaiju now, Charlie.
It's a conspiracy. All right. Movie of the week. So we've all seen Sleepy Hollow, right? Going into this before.
Yes.
The rewatch
Yes.
for everyone, pretty much.
Yes.
I don't think I had seen this movie. Probably, like caught it on video a couple of years after it came. I don't remember seeing it. It came out in 1999. I don't remember seeing it for the year that it came out. I feel like I saw it at home, but man, I wish I would have saw it in the theater. I feel like going back to it now, I feel like going into it when I first saw it I think I had like the Sleepy Hollow story, like just from like the book and then the Disney cartoon, like that
Yeah.
kind of like stuck in my head, like a what Tim Burton version was going to be. But I don't think I came out of it liking it as much as I did this time. Just like, God, this is actually a really cool movie, and the horseman character was really awesome. However, they did that, like the sequencing of how that person moved through each scene was like kind of like daunting, and like really owned it. Like, it seemed like it moved through like the scene with like just like I don't know. It was weird. Anytime the horseman came in the screen, it just kind of moved through this like the screen in a different way. I don't know, but I really enjoyed it, and I was really excited to see kind of how you guys reacted to it now versus previous scene. I know, Jamie, you said that you had watched it not too long ago as well. Another thing too I thought of when I was watching this, I was like, is this is before Depp got crazy or Depp got weird? Not crazy, but got weird. He doesn't have that like post like Pirates of the Caribbean Pirate Jack Sparrow vibes. I feel like he carried on after this, or maybe it's just a movie pick to watch with him. But yeah, here's like your overall thoughts.
Yeah.
James.
So,
or Jamie.
oh, James, you can go.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Jamie. So no, Jamie, take it away.
So, Chad, you're right. I saw this last year, and it was kind of. I had the same reaction as you. I didn't remember if I liked it because this is again right before Johnny Depp's weird phase. But I'm like, oh, Burton kind of had a weird phase too. So I was like, was this in there or was this before Weird Burton or like like bad Burton movies? And I had the same reaction as you, and I totally loved it. I forgot how stacked the cast was. I mean, there's a ton of actors in this, and I remembered why I waited. I was like, oh yeah, there's a mystery in this, and I kind of like to wait. I like to give some space in between viewings to kind of forget some of the details, and like kind of rediscover it. So I had the same feeling as you, but I love this movie because it feels like fall. You put it on, there's a handful of movies where it just like feels like the Halloween season when you watch them. This is one of them. Absolutely nailed it. And yeah, I have more to say, but I want to hear what James has to say first.
Well, I agree with you. Like, this is definitely like if the Grinch or Home Alone are things that we watch every holiday season, I definitely throw this on every October. Like, this is definitely like one of those fall movies I need to watch every year, and I even like watching it this time. Like, I'm not disappointed. I like every bit of it. I like, and even just paying attention to more to the details. Like I said, I was talking about the cinematography earlier. Chad, I agree. Like, I watched the featurette after because my version, I watched my DVD, so I was able to throw in some extra special features. And what I think is just so much fun about this is it was 1999, so CG was available, but it still wasn't amazing, and we weren't using it a ton yet. I mean, granted, Phantom Menace came out the same year, so that gives you any clue. But but the CG for it was like, hey, we put some faces in the fire that came out. Hey, like we did have to we had to digitally put on like the horseman's collar because the only way to make this really work well was like a blue mask on him and then add that out with the computer and then add like a collar on him. So the horseman itself, like obviously we digitally removed that. And then sometimes with the horse, if it was coming out of the tree or anything like that, there were some special ones where like we had to throw a little bit of computer in there too, but like it was also mixed with like a stunt rider, and then they put all the things together to make it work well. So it was like, for the most part, everything was practical effects. Like they were showing the making of like them chopping off the heads. Like, so every person who got their head cut off, like every actor had to make a cast of their face, and then the makeup team went to town. They put in all the hair individually, like and it was just wild. And then they hooked it up to a contraption because Tim Burton wanted the heads to spin and then fall off, so they put it on like a remote control and robotic body. Like everything for the most part was practical effects from the makeup team and everything like that, which again adds to it. Like, you're watching some of the heads get chopped off in the facial expressions, and you're like, holy cow, like that looks like the actor's face. And that's why, is because they spent a lot of time and love into it. So it just, this movie is one of my favorites. It's really, really, I think it's all around really well done. And I just remember in 1999 how excited I was for the movie, because I was like, oh my gosh, it's like Sleepy Hollow, like you said, Chad. It's just that story you grew up with, but mainly it was the Disney film, but you also had some storybooks to go off of. But it was still that kind of that creepy Headless Horseman situation. And then you throw Tim Burton's name into it, especially after some of the earlier 90s movies, like Edward Scissorhands and Batman and all that. And everything together just was like, this movie is going to be epic. And I just remember seeing it in the theaters and loving it, and still, like, to this day, love it. I think they just did a really, really good job with it.
Yeah, I don't know, like, for me too, like any like 19th century, 18th century, like New England, just that vibe, like the old, what are they, like oak trees?
Oh yeah,
I believe, like there's nothing more like Halloween fall than like a leafless like oak tree.
like just big
like,
old creepy ass oak tree, which
yeah, just
like is the coolest.
Janky ass branches. I don't know, it just reminds me of like being at like Augsburg Park
For sure.
in Ridgefield. It's just like every time we go there with like the kids in the fall, it's like, oh, Halloween. Like it just feels like fall and Halloween walking through there. Yeah, I don't know, like the talking about like the original Sleepy Hollow and like going into this, I really like how Burton did this of like a murder like mystery vibe versus like anxious, he was like a school teacher or something like that in like I believe Ichabod was.
Yeah, he was a loser.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I remember that from like reading
gangly
it as
and
a
ugly.
kid.
Yeah,
like this
kind
guy
of like
is
a
a
big
loser.
nerd.
Yeah,
but you know what's funny though? Like that's how they did, like in the Disney thing. That's how they like I just watched it because I was curious. I couldn't remember very well.
Yeah,
and they like right out the gate, they're like, Ichabod, he's really tall and wiry, and his feet, they might be shovels, but his nose is ginormous, and like it's just like they're like, oh my god, this guy is hideous. Yet, I don't know, Katrina was still going after him, but it was actually like it was just kind of odd, like that he was like fighting for the affection with the basically the Gaston character is what I established after watching it too.
Yeah.
Is that exactly what it was? But it's just funny. The other thing too is like they picked parts of the story like from the cartoon or in the original one. Like, and again, I don't know how much of this is correct from the book or not. I told Jamie I was like, I'm gonna next week. I have the book. I just have never read it, and so I'm gonna get after it. It's only 150 pages, so I'm kind of curious. But like in this one, man, Ichabod. I'm not saying he's a gold digger, but he ain't going for no broke Katrina. I gotta tell you, he's like all in that cartoon. All he's doing is like he sees her, and he's like, and like they show it. They're like, oh, and her father owns the biggest farm in Sleepy Hollow, and it shows like the wheat turning into gold and the cabbage turning into money, and how he's sitting after the Baltus dies, and then it fades to Ichabod sitting with all of Baltus's jewelry in his throne, essentially. It's so, I don't know, it's so brutal. I'm like, wait a minute, this ugly ass guy is like gonna get the affections of this girl, and he is. It's just such a weird storytelling, and that's why I'm curious if how close it is to the book.
Oh boy, what did you watch that on?
It's on YouTube. So it was like one commercial for like 30 seconds, but otherwise it's on YouTube if you want to look it up.
I'll have to check that
I think
out.
I think it's on Disney Plus too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's on Disney Plus too, and it's a better quality on there. But it's just it's funny because like watching it though, like it is cool because the main thing, like from the Tim Burton one, like when he's going under the bridge and getting chased for the first time by the faux headless horseman, but like he hears it, the toads going Ichabod, Ichabod. Like I'm just like I like that scene like was so great because like I'm like that is directly from this movie, and like then that's the part. That's the thing is like it's funny like so like as we were kids and watching this, like that is the only thing as an adult I really remembered was the chase scene through the western woods to get to this bridge. I didn't remember any part of the beginning parts about like how he's chasing Katrina down and they're like trying to fight her affection from Brom.
Oh god, and that like didn't that come out like 1949? So that's
yeah.
See like that some classic some of that old Disney stuff is I mean, obviously it wasn't really geared towards children.
Well, no, and then I mean, also like I'd have to imagine like completely all written and drawn by men or whatever. Just so it's just I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to go back and watch that kind of stuff. But if much like us with Tim Burton being the Disney animator he was, like I mean he took bits of that movie and threw it in here in very appropriate ways, but in just different scenes that made sense. And then Chad, you mentioned the murder mystery piece of it. That's the other part I remember of when I was excited about this movie. I'm like, oh man, it's Tim Burton, it's Johnny Depp, and then also the screenwriter was Andrew Kevin Walker. Jamie, what else did Andrew Kevin Walker do?
I don't know. I thought I had it, but I don't.
Damn it. He's the one who wrote Seven.
Oh.
So like so just like throwing all those things together, I'm like, man, this is gonna be a wild ride, and I don't know, it all works out. I thought they just did a really really good job.
Speaking of the Horsemen, I forgot Christopher Walken was, but must have took him forever to memorize those lines.
They said in the featurette that like it's funny they interview Walken and it's very I'm not going to try to do a Walken voice, guys, but like he's just like, I grew up in the Bronx, like horses don't like me, I don't like horses. Like I told Tim that right out the gate, and he's like, and they're like, oh no, we'll make it work, and so like a lot of his scenes, like he clearly has some actual horse scenes, but some of the more aggressive close-up scenes they have this like basically carnival ride horse that they made in whenever National Velvet came out, like in, what is that, 1950 or something. And it was like Elizabeth Taylor rode this like fake horse, and then they just refitted it for like to make it look more real for nowadays, and so Walken could ride it, and it was just crazy.
While I was watching this too, I was thinking like, oh, what would it be like if Tim Burton did a Star Wars movie? And I was like, why am I thinking that? And I was like, oh, is it because Ian McDermott's in this and
Darth Sidious.
Yeah.
Darth Sidious and the other guy's name, Dooku. Is it Christopher?
Oh, Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
National Velvet, 1944. They found this thing like in like a back alley at Warner Brothers or something. It's crazy. Yeah, I think. Well, also along with that, Chad, like that's the thing is, like I said, I watch this every year, and like I think I still kind of forget about like all the old guys that are in this because you're like, oh, you know them from other things, so that's why I'm like, oh, cool, it's Count Dooku. Oh, cool, it's Dumbledore, and then you're like,
yeah.
Oh, cool, it's Ed Rooney.
Was also the dad from Beetlejuice.
Oh, cool, it's Alfred.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Ed Rooney. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ed Rooney was the dad from Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
So, no, it was pretty good. And then along with this, like, and I know I've talked about this book before, but the greatest movies ever or whatever, I feel like they don't talk about Sleepy Hollow in there. I mean, if they do, it's very briefly, but just like the year this movie came out, like, oh my God, like Fight Club, Matrix, American Beauty, Sixth Sense, Blair Witch Project, Office Space, Dogma, Boondock Saints, Iron Giant, John Malkovich, Man on the Moon. Like, this was such an epic year. I don't think I've ever been so happy I worked at a movie theater that year.
You worked at a movie theater in 1999?
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here. Oh, man.
No. I was going to say, so not only that, I saw all these things for free and multiple times over.
Oh, wow.
It was
awesome.
like, and it was awesome because like you could like, you got all the movies going and then you had that like a little bit of downtime, you had some prep work, but like if you were like, because that was like a high school job. So if I was just ushering to clean up theaters and stuff like that, you'd be like, all right, like where's Sleepy Hollow? What time is it? Okay, I'm running in, and you can catch like the Western Wood scene. You know what I mean? And then you'd go to the next movie theater and you go watch Gladiator or something, and then you would catch like the huge epic battle royale scene in that. It was awesome.
Yeah, I feel like this year I didn't see a lot of these movies in the theater, but I definitely all these. I feel like I rented them all in 2000. The following year when everything hit video.
Jamie did a couple years later, but he got it from the library. That's why I took a little bit.
That's right.
That's correct.
So I finally watched them in 2010.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I had to. The movie theater wouldn't hire me. Man, you have no idea how many times I applied to work at the movie theater, and no dice.
That's so weird unless just nobody was leaving those jobs. Like,
I know.
Like, who doesn't? That's like fast food. Like nobody says no to the movie theater. Man, are you okay? What did that do for your psyche?
It was
spell your name wrong, or
you know what I think it was? Actually, I think I know exactly what it was. So you could, I don't remember the company, but it was one of those umbrella companies. It wasn't AMC, but something like that. And they had the kiosk where you could fill it out. And every time I put like projectionist as the job I wanted. And,
it's 100% why.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say because like I'll tell you right now from the movie theater, like the projectionists, like they never left those jobs until they actually went to college, and
right.
then like nobody ever got hired straight on as projectionist because every kid that tore tickets or made popcorn, that's the job they wanted. So you had to earn your keep, Jamie.
I know. I figured that was probably why, but
yeah,
alas.
Just want to skip to the head of the line, Jamie. Come on, man.
That's like he's going big. I mean, now when he's applying for jobs, just straight up CEO. That's what I want. Just saying I could do it better.
That's right.
James, I want to ask you, Christina Ricci.
Yeah. She came to play. I was gonna say I really like Christina Ricci. And it's just like it's interesting because like it's somebody I feel like we grew up with, like in similar, at least for me, it's like she's older than me for sure, but she's similar aging. So it's like weird, like going like, oh, cool. She was in Now and Then and Casper. And then now she's supposed to be like this kind of love interest situation in this movie. Johnny Depp actually, I think, said like this. He thought it was going to be difficult to act with her because he was dating Winona Ryder when they were all in Mermaids together, and like so she was like 9, and so like kind of really awkward, I think. But Christina, and like that's the thing. Like as far as all the casting goes, like and Christina Ricci like fits the Tim Burton bill. All right, like she's got boobs and her eyes are ginormous, and so like it fits. And I always think like when I think about the casting for this, like is she a good cast for this? And I was actually trying to pay attention to her in this to see like I'm like if anybody came off the most campy, like I feel like it should have been her, but I don't know. Like it still played for me based on who her character was and how she was. And like it's not like she like some of the language I think is just what was from the time kind of idea. So. But no, I liked her in this, and I love her as her newest character. God, what is her name in
Yellowjackets?
In Yellowjackets,
she's awesome in Yellowjackets.
She is the most. It was like it's the most perfect like cast for her in Yellowjackets. So I really like her. But like yeah, whenever I see her in anything, either like she shows up on like a cameo for a TV show or something like that. Like I think she was on. I don't know, like it was like a while back, but like she showed up on Grey's Anatomy, and I'm just like, damn, Christina's looking good.
Yeah, Misty was the character.
Misty, yeah. Oh man, yeah, Jamie. I'm so excited, Jamie. For 2050, you'll be retired, starting Yellowjackets. It's gonna be great.
Can't wait. I've heard it's good.
Yeah, that first season is really good.
I didn't know she was in it.
What's that?
I didn't know she was in it.
Yeah, she plays something. Like because when it tells the story, right, that it goes between like the like when the girls were high school age, stranded, and there's like a flash, I guess, of the present day of like them. So there's kind of these back and forth, trying to figure out like what happened between then and how they got out of the wherever their plane crash was and stuff. But I don't know. It's
I see.
It's really good. It's pretty gory at times. Yeah, I remember when we were watching the first season. It was like within the first couple of episodes, like shit is like fucking crazy. Like we just had no idea like how like some of the gore and some of the stuff that was happening. And at the one night we were watching it late at night, and we had gotten snowstorm with like big wet heavy snow, and it broke our neighbor's tree branches, and it like knocked down the power line, and I was facing our living room bay window. It was wide open, so that I saw like these like whites and blues and green flashes everywhere, and you could hear the buzzing from the cables and stuff falling.
Jeez.
It was like during this like I can't remember what scene it was, but like everything together was like, oh my god, what's happening? Freaked me out a little bit. Yeah, I can't wait till 2050, Jamie.
Yeah, that's probably about when I'll get to it.
All right.
The queue is deep.
Oh my god! I'm just like Chad. You got me down this like rabbit hole of Christina Ricci movies where I'm just like, oh yeah, I forgot about that movie. Oh yeah, I forgot about that movie. Like Black Snake Moan. I forgot she was the one that Samuel Jackson kidnaps.
She's the one who moans.
Yeah. I was just like, oh man. And then I forgot she was in Speed Racer, and like I'm like, oh god, I gotta go on a Christina Ricci kick. I mean, I kind of already am. I watched Sleepy Hollow, and of course I put on Casper before bed last night.
Casper.
Which also, like, as a kid's movie, like, it's actually really, really good, in my opinion.
Oh, maybe I have to.
I mean, it's, I don't know, soft is the best way I can put it. Like, it's not scary by any means or anything like that. Soft.
Yeah, but it's a kid's movie. That's good to know, because we're always looking for, like, movies to watch with our kids that aren't just, like, terrible.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's got like in my head, it's got like a Sandlot kind of tone. Like it's like, you know, a Halloween Sandlot, if that gets it. Speaking of family viewing night and Christina Ricci, so wait, are you guys watching Wednesday?
We watched the first season. We haven't been able to get through the first episode of the second season.
Yeah,
I keep on falling asleep. But
yeah, I was gonna say I watched the first season. I've only gotten through the first episode of the second season. Not by its fault by any means yet. But yeah. Also, I was gonna say I think that links into last week when I was talking about Steve Buscemi.
Oh yeah, he's in.
What's it?
He's like the
2,
principal in it.
Oh really?
That's right.
Well, in season 2, he is. He's like a teacher or principal or something like that. I don't know. He showed up at the. I just remember he showed up in it, and I was surprised to see him. Hello, fellow kids, or whatever that name is.
Oh man. What else do we? I was just looking at the movies list for 1990.
Is it blowing your
Matrix.
mind?
Fight Club, American Beauty. That won Best Picture, didn't it?
It did.
It did.
I just remember The Matrix though, like going to that and like not. I remember like seeing previews for it, but it was just like something really quick, and then it was just like, "What is The Matrix?"
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
not knowing what it was, I was just like, I don't know, it just kind of looks cool, and just remember I walked out of that movie theater being like, "Oh my god, that was like the coolest movie I've seen."
Yeah, and you're right though. Like the marketing for that was just like, I mean, also again, 1999 was like early internet, like so you could just download the Matrix like screensaver.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and but like yeah, it was like what is the Matrix, and then they showed the bullet time, like the couple bullet time things, just to have you go, what did I just watch, and
right.
then you'd go see it without any knowledge of it. Whenever I throw on the Matrix, like the fact that it like I don't know, it's not the real world, it's like whatever the world is there, but like he's he has this office job and like he's running around hiding in cubicles like to hide from like all the Smiths or whatever they're running around. It just like you always forget about like how the movie almost started because of that. All you think about is all this stuff they do while they're in the Matrix when he starts believing.
Yeah, that's a movie I was like, can I watch that with my family? Is there too much gun violence? Oh, a lot of like blood.
I don't think there's
I mean, I
I
gotta
don't think
wait
there's a
like
lot of blood.
That one's when Cypher takes over the ship, that part's pretty violent and hardcore.
all right.
Oh yeah. I do remember what you're talking about there. Also,
Spoiler
Christina
alert.
Ricci was in The Matrix Resurrections. If anybody watched that one.
Oh, I did not like that. I did not care for that.
Oh, I was
movie.
gonna say. I was hoping you were gonna say you didn't, and I was gonna say it's okay. You do not need to.
Yeah, you
No.
gotta treat those like the prequels for Star Wars. No,
Yeah.
like-
I know.
I Sorry, go ahead, Jamie.
I was just gonna say, as soon as I saw that Lawrence Fishburne wasn't in it, that was a pretty big tell for me. I was like, ooh, okay, Morpheus is my favorite character, and
yeah, they
he didn't come
recasted him,
back.
right? Did they
Yeah.
recast? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also like after you're watching it, like I don't know, you know when people show up and then you get just completely taken out of it. Like, you're like, whose idea was it to cast this person? Because don't get me wrong, I fucking love NPH. I love Neil Patrick Harris. But what were we thinking about throwing him in the Matrix as a villain? Are you kidding me? Oh man. I mean, actually, it would have been pretty good if he was just playing himself.
Right. Just like,
Keanu's like, Neil Patrick Harris? And he's like, sup?
he could be like the C-3PO character of the film. The Headless Horseman again, like I love the like hell and like being resurrected through that tree. Like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
jumping, like coming out of that and like jumping back into it, and then when he goes to the tree with like the axe and starts hacking at the roots and like the branches of the tree and like blood is coming out. I just I think that's the one thing I remembered from this movie. Like it was just like that tree and like the horseman coming out of there, and I I was like, man, I wish they would have done like some kind of like something though with the jack o' lantern on fire throwing it.
They did.
Did they?
Yeah. They so when Brahm first, like the first time we see him chasing Ichabod as like the headless horseman, like it's Brahm or whatever doing it, and he throws a jack-o'-lantern on him, and then like he gets knocked out, and then that's when he gets into that dream state where he starts remembering his mom as a witch floating and all that stuff.
Oh, that's right.
I remember that.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Well,
It's fine. It definitely happened, but like,
yeah.
but it's like that's why even just watching the cartoon today about it, like where that's how, and like in the cartoon, essentially they allude to like the headless. They don't never say that it's Braun per se or anything like that.
Yeah.
They just say the headless horseman shows up, and then at the very end, like when he makes it, like the whole idea is if he can make it through out over the bridge, the horseman can't go past like the western woods or can't go cross through the bridge.
Yeah.
And at the end of the cartoon, like all of a sudden he looks back and he's through the bridge and he's all excited, but then that's when the headless horseman throws the jack-o'-lantern at him and knocks him in the face. And then in the cartoon, and they're just like, and all they found of Ichabod was his hat and a pumpkin, like never to be
and
seen
his
again.
shovelly shoes to finish shovel feet.
Oh my god, seriously. And then they allude to like, some say he's at a different town with, and he married another rich woman. But Brahm really he won Katrina over, like, and he bears her children, and like that's how like it just ends, and then Bing Crosby's like, Sleepy and Hollow, like that's the thing.
So every time we drive out east now, like I want to take a detour in New York and like drive to town.
It starts with a T.
Like I don't
Sleepy Hollow.
know. Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah. They mention it in the movie though. They're like head up north of the Hudson past a town called, and then they say the T name, which is like a real town. Yeah, and then another day's journey is Sleepy Hollow in like the hills.
Sleepy Hollow.
Well, sorry, I can't get like after watching that, like it's just funny because like you hear Bing Crosby sing and all you think about is Christmas songs. So the fact that he did this like Halloween kind of thing, I like because he's
your head up.
I know. Well, he's the narrator too, so he's doing all the narrating, and then all of a sudden flows into song when they need to have Disney cartoons singing. It's awesome.
One thing I just remembered too that I enjoy is it's kind of like one of the horror elements of the movie, like James, you were saying about, like when you find out the rules, it's like, oh, I just have to cross that bridge and we're safe. I love the part when they're in the church and they're like, oh, okay, we're in the church, it's fine. But then he just harpoons Baltus and just yanks him out. Like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Get over here. Yoink. Well, and also and then Jamie, I was noticing in that scene, because then all of a sudden the horse takes pulls him through the window, and then the horse takes off, so he's getting dragged through the cemetery. And I was noticing all the stones or whatever. This what do you in the cemetery? Headpieces? What do you call them?
Headstones.
Headstones. I had all the words, just not together. And I'm looking. I'm like, haha. Those are all strategically placed where Baltus can actually go to a straight line through those. I'm like, well played, horseman. He's dragging him at the right angle.
Yeah. I like all this film where they use it's kind of like this witchcraft of controlling the horseman by using his head to take the heads of others, and this idea of using this to take land essentially. I don't know, that was a part too. I've forgotten about this movie. Kind of sorcery and witchcraft, and it all just kind of bleeds more into that New England 18th century witch lore. I feel like early colonial, early America.
For sure.
Yes.
Well, and then so again, like going back to the cartoon, where I thought it was funny that like in the cartoon again, and I wish I wish I read the book so I could be like in the original story, but I can't. I have to go by the damn Disney cartoon. But with Ichabod being the gold digger essentially, and then they're like, okay, but how about we make it this witch? And like so they just when you watch the cartoon, you'll see that like they take chunks of every bit of it and then they just put it as a part of different characters for the storyline, where it was the stepmother was actually the gold digger trying to get everything.
Oh, that's
Right.
that's clever. That's true.
And then Chad, I just sent you the gif of the throwing head, if that helps jog your memory or not. Yeah. But I will actually, so looking for that though, I will say like that whole beginning scene, when they cut off, like, was it Martin Lando's head in the beginning, the Van Tassel, like, and right in front of that scarecrow. God, that is such a sweet looking Tim Burton scarecrow. I love that thing.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
Then there's also the ending where Ricci, like the dress that she has on, looks like Beetlejuice's suit
for
with
sure.
the stripes.
Oh
Yeah, no, that one looks good. Yeah, no, just all of that, I think. And then sorry, last thing that like I agree, like this whole time period is just a cool, like it's cool time period for Tim Burton to take over with all of his color schemes and like kind of medieval looking like architecture and stuff like that. But so what was his name again? The Hessian. So like that's where like I actually like looked up. I was like, okay, so what is the Haitian mercenary or whatever? How do you pronounce it, Chad?
Hessian.
And I was looking it up, and I was like, hold on, the British like hired out German mercenaries to come to America for the Revolution. I'm like, I feel like we don't have any movie stories about that. Like, and this is like the only one.
Well, maybe we'll learn when Ken Burns releases his next documentary on the American Revolution.
Ooh,
Comes
is that a real
out-
thing that's happening?
Yeah, it comes out
Oh,
like
hell
a
yeah!
week in November.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, really looking forward to that.
Oh,
So,
awesome.
yeah, we'll catch you guys up when we learn about the Hessians.
Yay!
Yeah, I think I only know about the Hessians from you know the trip you take to DC, and that or the East Coast. We went in like the 8th grade or something. I think that's the only reason I know about the Hessians outside of this movie. So
I just remember my cousin called me Hessian once because like every summer, like we would both go stay at my grandma's in Rochester. And I remember one summer I came back and like I made some metal bands and like Guns N' Roses, other shit, and like he called me a little Hesher. Like Hessian or something like that.
Doesn't feel appropriate.
It's like,
but I guess that, that's what older cousins were for,
right? He's like, you and your big nose and
oh god,
spindly legs.
No,
what I mean?
your shovel feet.
You and your round body, blubbery whale-like figure.
Oh my god. Now you're just describing the kid from Wonka that fell in the chocolate river.
Oh yeah. That's where Tim Burton started going bad, right? Like,
yeah, full circle.
Wonka,
yep.
Planet of the Apes.
Oh, Planet of the Apes. God, Wahlberg Planet of the Apes. Movie. I forgot all about that movie.
God. Yeah, that
was that before. No, was that before. That has to be after this movie.
I think that was 2001. Planet of the Apes was.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it's got to be after. There's no way.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I had it up. Where was it?
I got it.
Sleepy Hollow, Planet of the Apes, then Big Fish, which I quite like.
Yep. Yeah, we all thought he was getting back to his roots with Big Fish, and then he, and then Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, and I didn't mind Sweeney Todd. I think a lot of people don't like it. I liked it
I
just
like
fine.
that one
Is that a
too,
musical?
James.
Yeah, it is a musical.
Yeah.
You actually might like the vibe of that one if you can get past the musical part, Chad.
All right. Well, I do like Nightmare Before Christmas. Is technically.
That's true.
Technically. Otherwise,
Technically.
coming up, Tim Burton's next movie, dun da da da, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Oh,
What?
sweet.
And also fun fact about that, it's the writer of that one is the author of Gone Girl. Man, we're just going full circle on all this tonight.
Oh, wow.
But also, like, yeah, the author of Gone Girl is writing it, so I'm like, man, this could have a weird spin on it, like
That might be.
because I was like, from her writing Sharp Objects and Gone Girl, like I was like, well, let's see what happens with this. This could be a lot darker than we think.
Yeah, I mean, anything like the.
Who, I was gonna say who? Yeah, I was like, who was that? Who was like Barbarella?
the poster.
It's got to be Faye Dunaway or something, right? Allison Hayes? No, I don't know. Maybe.
Them. Be them about the giant ant.
Oh,
Giant
yeah.
radioactive ant.
That's gonna be our newest thing. Oh man, that'd be so good. Like we're just straight up doing B movies now. We've lost content. Like we're not. We've stopped remaking things that came out 20 years ago. Now we're just going straight to the B movies. Nobody remembers.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Yes.
Mm.
It came from outer space.
Oh man. I mean, I guess like in theory we have done something like we redid the Day the Earth Stood Still, like a few years ago, which I actually like that remake. I like the original too, but I like both of them just fine.
Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
get through the remake.
I mean, what do you mean? Jennifer Connelly was in it. That's all you needed to know.
Oh, I know. I did know that. Couldn't do it. I love the original so much.
The original
that's
is
one I
so
couldn't
good.
pass.
Yeah, the original's so good. There is a sweet line though from the new one where it's Keanu is obviously the alien or in its form, and he says like she's like, "Why are you doing this?" or something, and he's like, "If you or if the Earth dies, you die. If you die, the Earth survives." And I'm like, "Damn, his logic is not flawed." And it's cool because like there's like they have this where like when whatever, not a bomb, but whatever's happening to course correct or whatever, what I kind of just said, it's just cool because like it's like these bugs or metal robots or whatever are flying through the air, and basically they're taking out everything that is man-made and leaving everything else. So like you see it like past the semi truck and it just disintegrates the whole thing into ash essentially and floats away, but it leaves all like the trees and the bushes and the grass and everything else. So like the organic stuff that it should be here is here, and anything that's man-made is that what is getting erased essentially, which is just kind of a cool scenes to watch.
Go Gort Clack to Corrado
Oh,
Nectar.
you know he does. I know. I'm glad you did it because I was gonna butcher it. I was gonna try saying that earlier and I stopped myself.
One thing too I gotta like about Sleepy Hollow is the runtime. This movie
Right?
flies by quick. It's like what 100 minutes, I think, ish, at least from like opening to end credits.
Yeah. Yeah, hour 45 according to IMDb. Why don't more movies do this? It's perfect. More
Yeah,
movies
especially
today,
now.
I
Like,
mean. Yeah.
and time. I think we talked about this a little bit in the last episode, last week. We were talking about like where I was, just like the economics of time. Right, time is more scarce now than ever for me. So it's like I'm moving away from like watching series and just loving like if I can watch a movie and it's like 2 hours and under, it's like what it you can have that experience, have it one day, start to finish. Maybe there's a sequel, maybe there isn't. I don't know. Feels great.
I'm so with you, Chad. That's yeah. I'm very picky about the TV shows I start now for that reason. Like, man, do I have 10 hours this week or whatever it is,
I know, and just like in my opinion, I don't think there's that many like great series. It's just like again with all the talking, like come on, what is going on? Then there's like the obligatory like we got to have a nude scene, sex scene. What?
Oh, those don't bother me.
Well, I know, but it's just like the what series is it? Outlander. You guys know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
yeah.
I
The
know what
Scottish
you're talking
time
about.
travel show,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I've never seen it, but isn't it just like sword fights and sexy time?
Yeah, and I remember like
That sounds amazing. I gotta hold on. I'm gonna cue that up.
yeah, it was Angela's watching it, and like every time I would like walk into the living room or something, it was like the height of the pandemic too, so we're both working from home, and I would just like be working in the bedroom, and I'd walk in and be, God, what are you watching? Or to be in the living room, I walk out there, be like, again, like what's going on? Like, do we need to talk?
I was really hoping it was going to be more of a you walked into the bedroom and all of a sudden like she's like shuffling the covers or something. I was like, dang, get it, girl. Two things I was thinking about. Also, we mentioned so we've talked about the cast and how great it is, but the one person we haven't talked about was Casper Van Dien.
Oh yeah, dude.
And like you just know in my heart of hearts, like Starship Troopers came out a few years earlier, and like Burton just was like, man, that was a great bug movie. Like, and like was like, I gotta cast Johnny Rico. Like that guy's got to have a role in my movie. But I just feel like as far as the casting of this movie goes, like that was the odd duck for me. And then also with that, again, full circle, going back to 1999 movies like Phantom Menace, the Headless Horseman was actually Ray Park.
Oh, no way.
Yep. You go, Darth Maul.
All right, see,
You go,
that's where all the
Toad
Star
from
Wars
X-Men.
vibes are coming from.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was having a moment. Like, yeah, X-Men was, 2000 probably? So,
yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah, so, like, between, Phantom Menace, this, and X-Men and all that, he knows what's up.
Oh, cool.
All right. You guys feel satiated? Feel like you got out everything you need to say about Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to go watch the cartoon now too, James. That sounds like a great idea.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, check it out. Just it's on YouTube, and I think the cartoon, as far as your guys' timing goes, I believe it is about 30 minutes. Could be plus or minus 2. So, yeah, you can take it down tonight.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me tonight, guys. Sorry I was a little late. Having some bedtime problems tonight. But hey, life goes on. We still made it. Didn't cancel. Yeah. That's 2 weeks in a row.
And maybe you shouldn't be telling your children the Legend of Sleepy Hollow before bed.
I was like, hey, we got to watch this awesome movie before I do my podcast tonight. How about we watch it right before we go to bed?
What's it about? Well, there's horses and pumpkins
and some heads fall off, and it's all about they go trick or treating. Oh wait, different movie.
But before we sign off, here's our PSA: Trick or Treat. Have you guys seen that movie, the Halloween one?
I remember the poster. I haven't seen it.
I have.
Okay, apparently they're doing a theater run, October 14 and 16. It's back in the theaters. So, yeah. That's a good one. I really like that one. That's one of the modern horror movies that I yeah, it's good.
Oh,
sorry.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
No, I don't. I definitely have not. So, but the fact that you recommend it makes me want to go see it. So I'm in.
It's awesome. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening this time. Get you around. What we're going to do next, guys? We're going to rethink it. We're going to do something else.
I think we've committed. I think we need to rethink it.
Rethink it.
And this will be the first thing for me. I've never seen The Thing, and nor didn't they do a remake of it like a few years ago too? I will. I'll do some research, and I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this much. I'll watch both, and I'll get back to you.
I do recall this. I think I remember Jamie, maybe we had chatted a little bit about it.
Yeah, I think it's
No.
kind of a sequel too. I got to rewatch it. It's been
Yeah.
forever since I've seen it. Yeah.
Well, awesome. I'll have to listen to that old podcast and like take some notes of. I don't just repeat myself, but what was
Oh, good
said
call.
and not said. Awesome. I love this movie. I know this is like one of Jamie's favorite movies too. The Thing.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
All
right.
time.
I can't wait to shit all over it.
Sweet. All right.
Finally, we're gonna find something like the second movie in this long run of movies we've watched that I'm like, oh my god, this was the worst.
Oh, how the turntables.
Oh man. Catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.